What's happening, gang? It's your boy Retro back again with another reaction video. Yeah. Today we got another huge update. You guys could probably already tell it is going down. Just by that title alone, guys, you're definitely going to want to see this. And as we got that White House press secretary, Karine Pierre, losing it, just about having a mental breakdown after her hand was forced on the whole Hunter Biden pardon situation by this reporter. In this newest update, guys, I'm excited to get into it. So now straight into it. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Before we get into it, you guys hit that like button. Also hit that subscribe button for your boy. Without further ado, let's hop straight into it, folks. Check this one out.
Understand that sentence, I think it's important.
Yeah,
is it
sure.
that the president believes in the justice system except in some cases?
He believes in the justice system. He believes the facts are. Obviously, I talked about the gun charges, what legal experts have said, former prosecutors have all agreed virtually no one would be criminally prosecuted for underlying factors of Hunter's case. I talked about the gun charges, I talked about the taxes, the tax cases, and there are other factors here, what Republicans have said. As they weren't going to let up. I talked about the upcoming sentencing and what Hunter and his family have been through. I talked about the appointees by the incoming president on law enforcement positions, and he wrestled with it. He did. And I also talked about what Jim Clyburn said. So you're asking me about an apology, but Jim Clyburn said himself in a conversation that he had with the president just 2 weeks ago, the president said, the president was reticent. When he encouraged the president, when he himself, Jim Clyburn, encouraged the president to move forward with it, Congressman Clyburn, the president, responded to him by saying he was reticent. And so this was not an easy decision. It wasn't. It wasn't an easy decision. You know, it was a lot of circumstances here.
Oh my goodness. No one's above the law except in certain situations. That reporter said it straight up right. Karine Pierre, she's trying to smooth over. She doesn't even want to apologize or take any accountability for her actions. She was one of the many over there on the left that continued to push that narrative saying Joe Biden under no circumstances would he be handing over a pardon to his son. Not only did he hand a pardon Hunter Biden for one or two of his, he literally did a whole crime sweep. Every crime that Hunter Biden committed the last 10 years has been pardoned. It's absolutely insane.
You know, it was a lot of circumstances here, and we can't pass over what legal experts and former U.S. attorneys have said on this. You know, and across the country, they've all basically agreed virtually. No one would be criminally prosecuted with felony offenses with these facts. And I have gone through the two important underlying facts of the cases. And, you know, I just don't have anything beyond that to add or to say. You know, I've laid out our thought process. The president has laid out his thought process. And we've talked about the case. We've talked about his thinking. And I just don't have anything beyond that.
The next time that the president says he will or won't do something, why should the American people believe him?
I answered that question. I don't have anything else to add. I answered the question.
Exactly. Why should we believe the president when he says he will or won't do something like shoveling over our hard-earned tax dollars over to Ukraine? If he says he won't do that, why should we believe that he won't do it anymore? His word has no credibility, no merit. All of his merit went out the window when he said he wasn't going to pardon Hunter Biden, and he pardoned. So we all knew what was going to happen, but it's these folks like Karine Pierre, all high and mighty, saying, hey, our president's too good for that. He respects the judicial system. And then what do we see? A big old slap in the face. And she can't even admit it. Look at her reaction, guys. She's triggered.
Next time that the president says he will or won't do something, why should the American people believe him?
I answered that question. I don't have anything else to add. I answered the question.
Can you explain it in a way that's understandable?
I can't speak to you understanding the question or not, or my answer or not on this. I don't have anything else to say.
Dude, January 20th can't come soon enough. Like any quicker, guys. We need to get this out of like, we're not getting any, like the American people are getting no information whatsoever. She's talking about, I already answered the question 4 times in a row. She didn't answer the question. We need to know. Are you still respecting Joe Biden's word, or does all of his credibility go out the window also? I want to know, how many times can you go up to bat for someone like this? Just doesn't make sense.
I answered the question.
Can you
I
explain it
answered
in
the
a way that's
question.
understandable?
I can't speak to you understanding the question or not, or my answer or not on this. I don't have anything else to say.
Wow.
Get into hypotheticals from here.
And then a different part of the question. In your first briefing here, as press secretary, you committed to speaking to the American people, and I quote, in a transparent way, in a truthful way, and an honest way.
Yes.
And then in July, here at this podium, you were asked about the president pardoning his son, and he said, it's a no, it will be a no, it's a no.
Yes. And that is
So
exactly right.
Of the president's son and that pardon, it became a yes. I'm wondering if you would like to explain to us, the American people, really why the information that you provided turned out not to be true.
And I answered this question on Monday. We spent about 30 minutes on this, almost 30 minutes, roughly 30 minutes on this particular issue. And I'm just going to reiterate what I said on Air Force One to your colleagues when I did the gaggle. And look, if you look at his statement, it's pretty comprehensive. The statement that he put out on Sunday when he made this decision to pardon his son, Hunter Biden. It's in his own voice. I think it takes you through his thinking, and he did. He wrestled with this. And again, he said in his statement, in his own voice, that he made that decision this past weekend. And the fact is, when you think about how the president got to this decision, circumstances have changed. They have. And a couple of things, and I said this on Monday.
Circumstances have changed. They're admitting it right there. Circumstances have changed, being that they weren't able to run away with the 2024 election like they thought they would. And then Hunter Biden, they would have been able to manipulate control and make sure that Hunter Biden just got a slap on the wrist. And now because Donald Trump, came in and wrecked their plans, they're saying, hey, we got to hurry up and do something, or your son's going to go down. I mean, come on. Not only his son, we know who was going down behind it all, too. Who was really benefiting. Come on now, y'all.
Changed. They have. And a couple of things, and I said this. The fact is, when you think about how the president got to this decision, circumstances have changed. They have. And a couple of things, and I said this on Monday as well. Republicans said they weren't going to let up. Weren't going to stop. Recently announced Trump appointees for law enforcement have said on the campaign that they were out for retribution, and I think we should believe their words, right? We should believe what they say. The sentencing was coming up, as you all know. There was a sentencing coming up, and the president said this in his statement, that Hunter and his family had been through enough. Enough is enough. And he wrestled with these circumstances, these changing circumstances ultimately. And the combination of that, the president changing his mind and issuing, certainly led to the president changing his mind and issuing this pardon.
The president just got back from a multi-day trip to Angola, where he engaged the press, I think literally one time, just to quickly confirm that he was getting briefed on the situation in Korea. His last foreign trip, it was 6 days in South America. As you know, he didn't engage reporters during that trip. After that last trip, he told us in this briefing room that he believes in the value of engaging the press. He enjoys it, you said. He will continue to engage reporters. There will be opportunities to talk to him. So why is it that he is avoiding reporters?
Look, we still have 45 days left in this administration. The president does. He does believe in the freedom of the press, right? He believes in that. I think we have shown in the last 4 years bringing back the norms of engaging with all of you. We have respected that process. I hope you guys think that we've tried to do the best that we can to do that. And the president he really does enjoy having a back and forth. And when the president, and I do want to say he did take a moment to have a back and forth with all of you when he was in Nantucket with some of your colleagues who traveled with him. He did take some questions there, so it's not like he hasn't taken questions at all.
Guys, I mean, this is like the phoniness. She's saying they did something to hope you guys can see the wonderful job that we did. The gaslight, the wonderful job we've done over the last 4 years. And just painting this picture's always about that. She doesn't even believe, look at where her eyes go. That's what like gets me. When someone's eyes go and start floating down, it just means they don't even believe in the message that they're putting out. Like, look at her eyes. When she's saying Joe Biden has no problem, the entire time she's saying that and lying about Joe Biden, speaking with other reporters in Nantucket, look at her eyes the entire time. They don't. They're shifting down. She's looking down the entire time.
And the president is going. He really does enjoy having a back and forth. And when the president and I do want to say he did take a moment to have a back and forth with all of you when he was in Nantucket with some of your colleagues who traveled with him. He did take some questions there, so it's not like he hasn't taken questions at all. He did have he did do a gaggle when he was in Nantucket around the holiday and took some questions. And so he'll continue to do that. And look, he was really focused, and many of you who've asked me this question, he was focused on his last ACONUS. He had the G20, the last G20. He had APEC, which was all incredibly important. Wanted to focus on his engagement with leaders, heads of states. He did that. The trip to Africa, as you all know, was a promise that he wanted to keep, and it was a great trip with very substantive discussions, and we were able, again, to President to show his global leadership. And so I would say to all of you, you certainly will hear from him in the next 45 days.
Do you consider it upholding norms for the president to basically not engage the press in at least 2 back-to-back?
What I would say is upholding norms is what we have been able to do in the last 4 years, and I would encourage folks to look at the 4 years more broadly, and what the president has been able to do and what the president has engaged with all of you. And again, I would say, especially from here, we have always respected and want to continue to respect the freedom of the press and have a healthy back and forth. And that is the norm that I think, yes, we brought back into this from this administration.
Yo, there we have it, guys. Talk about tired of it. I mean, come on. January 20th can't come quick enough. I mean, the lies, the gaslighting. Guys, definitely hop in the comment section and let me know how sick of it all you truly are. Also, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you'd enjoy more content like this, catch you guys on the next one. We got